You've had some of these experiences. As a person that has experienced both childhood and adult trauma, and then also have dealt with chronic illness, which is a whole reason as to why I've started taking a deeper dive into epigenetics. I got to a place in my life where I realized that I could no longer allow those things that have infected me to affect me, right? Or to
Oh,
continue to
beautifully
affect me.
said.
And so I totally understand that it's about manifestation, it's about mindset. There are times when my family or even my doctors have said to me, "Do you know how sick you are?" Twice in my life, my doctors have told my family, prepare because she's not going to be here by the end of the year. So get her affairs in orders.
Mm.
And everyone has their own school of thought and their beliefs, but I used to kind of make a joke about it, but very serious. Doctors run, their practices, but the man upstairs truly runs his business. And I would not allow how other folks felt about my illness or what's going on with me to affect my mindset. I always wanted to think about being healthier. I always envisioned myself, having a long life, here to support my children, doing the things that I enjoyed. And as long as I could see myself in those places, then it
Yes,
was like I've got to almost will myself or think myself
of course.
back to health. And
And
so
you
I
did.
think yeah, I think that that's why I'm here where I am today. Like if you would have saw me back in 2012, you would be like, that's not the same person. I mean, I had to go through pulmonary rehab just to learn how to breathe again. And so, being in that type of a space, the only thing that you can do is allow your mind in a positive way to will yourself back to health. So I truly do believe that it is about that emotional wellness that kind of keeps us moving forward. But not everyone understands what that really is. Not everyone understands what that looks like or even how to get there. So, can we talk about, or even the correlation between the stress of it? So, can we talk about what role does chronic stress and trauma play in your emotional and physical health when it relates to epigenetics? Can we talk about that a little bit and also some of the emotional residues or trauma imprint of that?
Because that trauma imprint and your story just totally just explained and shed light, like the spotlight that we have on this podcast. I'm looking at my life story.